climbing up Mount Faber, which is our first stop here. Although to call it a mountain is kind of overstating things a bit. It's only a couple hundred meters tall, and we've already driven up most of it. So here, presumably, is where we can get the best views of the city of Singapore, or the island. At the moment, we're in the middle of basically a park. So this is Singapore. 5 million people call this place home, or at least live here, of which 1.7 are just here to work and find employment. There are a little more than 3 million Singaporeans, native-born folks here. This is the place to find work, because this is a thriving town for business of all sorts. Point Faber actually has directions all along it saying what is in what direction from here, including other cities, in fact. You keep going. And on the subject of other directions, I'm actually facing in the opposite direction that I was just a moment ago. And you can see that this hill is, while not quite in the middle of Singapore, there's a lot of Singapore on any side of it. And it wouldn't be Singapore without encountering at least one image of the famous merlion, which was supposedly sighted by British sailors when they were first finding this place. Although, to be fair, the town existed before them, but they really brought it into its own. Now, what it was they saw probably didn't look like this, but this is the merlion as has become an iconic part of Singapore's history and lore, and it's a part of their brand. Nearly 80% of the housing here is publicly owned. The government subsidizes it, and people rent from them. Only about 20% of the population own their own homes here in Singapore, because land is so limited here. This is, of course, nowhere near the waters, but at the same time, I'm almost tempted that if I'm to leave you here somewhere, why not in a garden? It's part of the reason why you wanted a home in the first place, so let's go. True, you can't see the cityscape from this particular point, but at least you're here on Mount Faber, and possibly we'll find another place for you somewhere along the line as well.